Hello there. Whoops. Maybe make sure my voice works before I say something. Uh, we're here. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Yes, I know. Something I say every time, but it's true. In fact, I enjoy that I'm here because this feels like an amazing moment that I can have with you, that God shows up. It makes it even more amazing because, like, I'm just a mechanic, kind of. Yeah. I'm going to pray. I'm going to intercede for every single one of you. That's right. So if you want to put in comments, pray for me. I'll do so. Well, let's move on to the talk of the day, wisdom, however you wish to look at it. You know, worship is a powerful tool. I was worshiping this morning, not just worship, but worship in the language of the Hebrews. Yes. Do I understand it? No, but I know the names like Adonai and Yahweh. These are powerful names of God, and they're incredible when you invoke them. Um, and I get to a better place, and I will soon. I'm working on that now. I'll be able to put up little things like you should check out this site. Um, I'm going to check them out first and make sure that all of their songs sit in that energy that I felt out of the first couple because they're good. A little different than what we're used to for some, maybe, but they're good. But the whole idea here is to worship. You can just worship using the Bible itself. Psalm 23, Psalm 66, Psalm 27, Psalm 91. Yes. Isaiah 53, if you really want to go there. Yeah. The truth of the matter is that we have a king that has conquered death and the grave itself. That's where I live. That's what I believe. So, short piece of wisdom, but worship is power. And it's an overcoming power that once you start to worship the one that you serve, this God, and if you haven't met him yet, go ahead and meet him. Just start a conversation. Yes, there is the Roman road, but the reality here is all I have to do is say hello. God will do the rest. He'll send you somebody that can walk you through those things. And you'll be amazed. You really will. But if you have, and you're wondering, how do I overcome? It's worship. Always will be. When we accept and acknowledge in gratitude what is already done, the fight is won. That takes us to a different place, doesn't it? Let's leave that there. So, if you wish to get hold of me, it's eric@starthealing.me. It's eric@starthealing.me. It's eric@starthealing.me. I figure in the next week I'll have it to a place where I can put in some stuff so you don't have to listen to that part again. But maybe you do. Maybe the other thing didn't work for you for some reason. Doesn't matter. Just reach out. Send an email. We'll have a chat. We'll bring God between us as a bridge to give you what you require, and God will walk across that bridge and give it to you. Honest. I've seen it many times. And that will be without charge. We'll have a half an hour or so, probably a little longer. I have a tendency to wander within the timeline. It happens, and it's okay. So, let's move into the story. Well, interesting, isn't it? She went and saw her brother, had a decent conversation, and came back. She hasn't arrived yet, but we know. always there's things going on in that city, around that planet, in that galaxy, in that system. Yes. And remember, somewhere out there is an emissary. Remember also that there are planets growing, being, and moving closer to the reality of the great God of heaven. Yeah. And all of that is occurring. We've been at this a while, about what, 30, 40, maybe 50 so sessions. And more to come, of course, and we'll be at this a wee bit while more, and then we'll start something else that might circle back to here. Yes. Interwoven stories are quite normal around me. As a lady enters the city, she hears weeping. That's not good, she said. Not that type of weeping. That's not a thing of finally seeing God. No, this is sorrow, deep, a child's voice. She immediately goes to the space where the weeping is, finds an average, blonde hair, blue-eyed little girl sitting in a hut. It looks like she has been through, well, from one side to the other. She's weeping. The lady comes close, not too close, and sits for a second on her haunches. The wind blows. Time stands still. She looks at this little girl weeping. It's this deep sorrow, not for herself, for something, for someone. Like a calm over a storm, she whispers, I'm here. She doesn't try to figure out what's going on. She doesn't try to stop the child from crying. She just whispers, I'm here. And she whispers, God is listening. The girl really starts to cry. Torrent, throwing herself on the ground, throwing dust over her head. The primal nature of, oh God, hear me. Hear my broken heart. Yet I will serve you. That's what flows from this little girl's mouth. Yet I will serve you. Yet I will serve you. Yet I will serve you. And she's speaking to God. She can feel the power the lady can. No one else has noticed. Interesting. She picked a corner where no one would. Right now, that's all she requires. Whatever she's doing, she just needs the lady to be there with her, empathize with her, cry with her, which the lady is doing, and whispering, I am here. I'm listening. You are heard. If it was a torrent before, it's an all-out superstorm now. She's just wailing. Just getting to those spaces of just letting it all go. And she keeps saying, I will serve, I will serve, I will serve. You are my God. I trust in you. And then wailing and weeping like a superstorm, like those rains that go across the plains in Africa that create rivers and fill wells. Right beside that young, wounded child, so deeply shifted and moved with sorrow, stands an angel. She sees him, and the angel nods to her, and she's watching as each tear fills the bottle. It's like the bottle has an infinite space for tears. And this little girl's name is written on it. And as the lady watches, that's what's happening. Every single tear is going into that bottle. It's reverently being kept. This is an important task to the angel. It's important to God. There are other angels around her ministering to her. This pouring into her comfort. And after 3 hours of this, with the lady sitting on her haunches, finally putting her butt upon the ground and just staying there, praying over this young one. The rain of tears comes to a place of the eye in the storm, maybe, or maybe she spent. But at that moment, she realizes somebody has been speaking to her and it's been so nourishing to her soul. She looks up and it's the great lady that created Sanctuary. It's the one that God called to do this. And for this, she is safe and she knows this. There is her world, her parents, her gutted reality. What had been happening there for so long. She knows somehow her parents are still existing, but there are so few now of her kind. In this rendition of the earth, humans, this is their end. They've lost the war. Uh-huh. And it's over. And she's weeping for them because they could have turned to God. Maybe it could have turned around. And then she sits up and says to herself, I need a bath. I've done all that I can, cried out to God. Maybe the last few thousand can be saved somehow. I don't know how, though. If I could bring them here, I would. And the lady looks up and goes, Dear, we can't. we can bring them here and allow them to build their own world. God has said it can be done, so it will be. And at this moment, she had been sending out a support signal, and five or six of the lawmakers and Douglas, the lady of the tree, and the dragon man arrive. She explains, saying that this is what sanctuary was built for. Those that are left on this earth, on this world, that would be a different rendition. Or only a few thousand, but they are all with knees to earth, crying out to God. I can see them. The great ships that are about to destroy and wipe them out of fear. We will gather every single one from wherever they are. Slave pens, doesn't matter. Douglas agrees and begins to gather, and so do the lawmakers, and so does the lady of the tree, and the dragon man, and so many others. Too many, too numerous. They're arriving, all of them, the city itself, moving, shifting like a tide of sea. Like the way the army ants move across a terrain, the city is shifting there, worshiping, praising, lifting before God, asking for intervention. The angels, that were present, were smiling. And then, with God's permission, they gather them all and bring them to this corner of the city, which expands automatically into a sector for them to live. Houses, all the other things that will support them, shifting into place. Care, concern, overwatch, undergirding, kindness, support, all of it as they drop in. There's a scream from the ships. They are ours. Our master shall feast on their bones. Not today. God says it's time that this great atrocity ends. There's lightning from heaven and it hits the four great ships, and they're gone. Not destroyed, moved, back orbiting their own world. I can figure that one out later. Now about 5,000 souls stand here. The remnant, what was left of Earth, in the middle of its falling down. But these have bended the knee to God, and they were rescued. The girl looks up, and there her parents are, running her way. She's running theirs. It's like one of those amazing scenes that you always wish to see in every movie. It's happening now. She's picked up, she's hugged, she's looked at, and she goes, "Oh dear," Mom says, "you have been through it." She goes, "Yes, but I'm here now. And I prayed and God answered, and that's good. Yes, here, it's good. If we had only listened sooner, maybe there would be more of us." It's all right. God can start with few and make many. We have a space here. We are safe here, the lady said. And so does God. Her dad looks and goes, "Oh, you don't worry about it, Dad. It's all right. God's already healing that and burning it away. I don't even have a full memory of what I went through. It doesn't matter. What matters is we're here now and God is with us. God is caring and comforting us. We're going to heal and become strong and represent all of those people that fell and lost." And the lady walks over and kind of ruffles her hair and she goes, "Oh, you're here. Yes. This is the one that was just listening. And what did you see, lady? I do not see like you. I saw an angel counting your tears, and I saw being put into a bottle. And you were heard, and you were ministered to, and so will all of these. You'll make sure they're fed and that their wounds are cared for. The galactic Adram will come. Of course they will. Pound upon our gate, probably. Nothing gets in here. That's God's gate, not ours. Protected by God, not you, me, or anyone else. God alone. That gate will hold faith unassailable, wrapped in the Word of God. Lowen said, do you have one of those books? We've never seen them in our world. Our world went differently, and it was very bad. And then the arbitrators came and decided that we needed to be wiped out to the last man, woman, child, being. And then she heard a mew, mew, and she looked down and, ah, Mexic, Mexic. And Mexic crawled up Dad's leg, ow, 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 right into her arms. Mew. She hugged it. Oh, you've been with me for so long, I thought I lost you. Mew, mew. Almost saying, nah, I'm right here. Some of the other kids were noticing that their mixes and trits were around them, and they were happy. God was present in all of it. Be a lot of rebuilding. Started talking about the healing beds and how they worked, and the healers were arriving to help. This was sanctuary and movement and motion. The vast ocean meeting the shore being these people requiring help. Cook coming with, of course, bacon tomato sandwiches. Everybody loves those. And the child looks and goes, "Oh, how hungry I am. Yes. Here, have a sandwich. Oh, yeah, those are yummy." And there's lots of food here. And, well, we will not just eat. We want to help. Oh, don't worry, you will. We'll help you build what you require, and we'll find food that you like. Yeah, you like this. So that's good. That's a start. For now, we're going to ask you to go rest. We'll talk to you again soon. Hear the lullabies of God as you worship back. Let's leave it there. Oh, I know. That was an emotional piece, wasn't it? And it is. It's really emotional for me because that's sanctuary. That's what it is. God always leaves a remnant. Always some people that believe in him. Even in the greatest of messes, even in the greatest of families sometimes. Even though everything has been provided in a sense, but yet it was always come with something else. And now you're on the outside standing with God, and they don't believe in God, of course, but you are that remnant. Remember that. But from that, maybe good things can come for the entire family. I know sometimes it's hard when they've been what they've been, but as Christ would say, they forgive them for they know not what they do, and they don't really. We're following an edict older than time. They may have an understanding that they're harming and hurting, yes, but they don't really understand why or what or all the other reasons. They don't get it. It's just what they do. But your prayers, your knee to earth, you never know what's going to happen. I know. Some of you are saying, never, 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 never. I get it. I've been there. I don't do that anymore. On some of my other channels, you'll get to hear my story. Yes, the whole thing. That's fiction. What else? I can't tell it as reality, but it's my story. It's what I believe. It's coming. I haven't got it there yet. Trying to shape it, move it according to God. It'll get there. Oh, enough of me. Time to bless you. Yes, God's brush wishes to bless you. That brush in God's hands wishes to just paint for you a day where wonder, joy, peace, abundance, overflow, invention, insight, answers, and all the other things that you may think, oh, well, he didn't cover that. Oh, yeah, God's brush covers everything. Let that overflow you, overflow you, overflow you. Again, 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 again. According to Father's will and wish and your will and wish this can be. As you come before God, as we do this now together, we push back that darkness. Yes, those things that you think, that you see, that you go through that still cause you to have pain. Remember, the intention begins everything. That's how it works. And all of those behaviors, addictions, whatever they are, all come because there's a hole in you called the Holy Spirit hole, and that's the only thing that fits. So we ask you, oh God, to move in these lives in ways that you can only do, that you can show up in ways that is care, concern, kindness, mercy, grace, in ways that we cannot comprehend, nor could we speak of. We utter Bora, Bora Binga Tatlengo. Yes. Just basically, oh God, oh God, oh God. Yes. Move, move, shape, do what you do. And we thank you for that. And we just leave it in your care. We ask for grace and mercy, courage and strength. And then we say thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude. Standing in awe and honor, respect. Allowing all glory to flow to Father, Spirit, Son. This is, and so this is. Amen. Be blessed.